Good morning, Academy55 premium members and everybody else watching the recording. David Kahn here on Monday, the 29th of April. It's 5 to 7 in the morning. I'm here sitting in my dressing gown, looking out the window. Very drizzly, Cornish day, really. Talking from Cornwall, the southwest of the UK. Here to use the Academy55 indicators to great effect, hopefully in the between 7 and 8 this morning, using the EUR/USD on the 1 minute time frame. Before we carry on, let's do a little bit of housekeeping, and we will turn to our MT4, where all the action happens. Make sure you are on the EUR/USD on the 1 minute time frame, and your trade assistance is up and running with your risk to reward turn purple, your lockout turn purple, and the all important 1%, because we only go after 1% a trade.
Oh my God.
And also make sure you have your Academy55 running on your template. So that's that. So back to TradingView. I use TradingView because it's more manipulative than the MT4. Right. Hopefully you'll be able to see lots of accumulation now. We have a support and resistance line that I drew up for myself in the 4-hourly time frame, and up here and down here we have lots of imbalance that needs to be filled. Here is the purple EMA line that I was telling you about. Thanks very much for one of the members messaging me to tell me I was making a mistake on the Zoom. But we're back here again now, and we're at 1 minute to 7. We've got a sell signal, so the next signal I can take is a buy signal because it goes sell, buy, sell. So the next one I can take is a buy. But if you was to take that sell, if you were in there, you got the red trend line, red volume ribbon, the all-important signal, of course, parallels are above price. You would have possibly got in there, or if you'd have got in late, you would have recognized green buy candles. So you would have waited for it to turn red and maybe got in there. You could have got in there, or maybe got in there. Your stop loss would be where the green wave meets the red, so that's where your stop loss would be, and your 2 to 1 would have been there if you'd have done that, or indeed if you'd have got down there and your stop loss was there, your 2 to 1 would be there, and you just reached a 2 to 1. So either case, you would have had a 2 to 1 winner. If that was you, congratulations. And no more need for you to trade today because you got your 2%. And so you're watching this as an educational brief, like I hope everybody is anyway. But now we're past 7 o'clock. And the only signal, the next signal is a buy signal. I can't act on that sell signal because we've already done that. So maybe price is getting down to this purple EMA line, or maybe even a bit beyond, before deciding to buy. We don't really know. We have to wait. As traders, we are patiently waiting. We are paid to wait. But if somebody did get this trade at like 6:30 this morning, first thing is you're an insomniac. I feel sorry for you being an insomniac. But if you did, congratulations, you got your 2% already for the day. But for the rest of us and those who are using this as an educational brief and trading maybe beyond, this is where we try and get a trade. But our old friend accumulation, which is more prevalent on a Monday morning than other mornings, because the markets are just waking up, assimilating the news, what happened over the weekend, and hopefully I'll put a bit of volume in very, very soon. But like I say, we're here waiting. Nice to see so many people on this morning. So here we wait, and let's go on a bigger time frame for the 15-minute to see if there's anything above. Well, we got support and resistance line here if we do have a buy, and also we've got a little bit of imbalance here. Sorry, I'll get rid of that. We've got let me get my we've got a little bit of imbalance here that needs to be filled on the 15-minute time frame. So we've got reasons for price to get up here, but this is the highest it's been for quite a while, this area here. So we might get to these heights again. Very much depends on the news. So let's go on the hourly. And indeed, that's the highest it's been since Friday, 1 o'clock Friday. But there's no imbalance there, so we'll see what happens. Let's go back down to the minute. So there are reasons why price could go up again, which is good news if we're going to be taking a buy, because that's what we're going to be doing if indeed one happens. And we are green trend line, parallels are below. So I'm going to go over to MT4 at the minute. Right, so I'm going to put the lines on, and we got a buy alert, buy signal already. We're waiting for the trend line to turn green, and then we could be in for a buy. Just waiting for that all important trend line. And so I want price to get a little bit bigger. The buy signal alert has disappeared. And we had a little bit of excitement, a little bit of volume, as you can see. But it's sort of calmed down a bit again, and now it's stabilizing a bit. But that means it could happen very, very quickly, and we might get the buy alert back again. I'll just take the lines thing up in a minute just to see what's going on. Indeed, we had a little bit of, well, not a little bit of a thought where we could have had a bit of a buy on our hands, but it's come back into the consolidation zone. And indeed, the wave has turned red again. So back to consolidation, excitement over. So more patience is due. But I'll stay on the MT4 now, because we might have a sudden volume burst again. And the buy might happen again. And we'll wait and see. Because when it does happen, because we're on the minute time frame, as you can appreciate, it where it happens rather quickly. We have to be ready. But we are in the accumulation zone again. So we will wait and see. Parabolic size below price, which is good for a buy. The volume ribbon turned green. The trend line never turned green. Very small bits of volume at the moment. It's almost like they're deciding what they want to do. And indeed, we might be continuing the sell because the parabolic has just flipped above price again. Technically, we're still in this consolidation area. So I will go back to stop share. And we should be back on TradingView again. Do apologize. I'm having a first thing this morning. I found out one of my monitors wasn't working, but it was too late to try and fix it because I had to go and come on for you guys. So that's the reason for this little bit of a technical difficulty, but it hasn't upset anything. We are still very much in the accumulation mode. And parabolic has flipped from below price to above the price. So we're still technically in the sell. Make this a bit bigger. Will price wake up within our allotted time? We will see. There is definitely a buy bias though, because price is above the purple line. So there is a buy bias. And there are reasons I pointed out earlier for price to get back up again. So I'm going to, and because we are maybe going for a bit of a buy. Yep, we got a buy signal. The wave has turned green. Parallel SAR now is flipped below price. So all of a sudden we could be in a buy situation once again. I want to try and form a new higher high than that one there. And then we could be in for a buy. Once the trend lines turn green, of course, which could happen very, very quickly. But the volume ribbon is once again turned green. The wave has turned green. The trend line is now green. We get the buy alert. Come on, a little bit higher. Right, I'm going to be in for a buy now. So this is where I am. We have the only not worrying thing, but the thing I should point out is where I took my stop loss, where the red wave meets the green. This bit here is in balance on the minute candle, and hopefully we'll have enough volume to get to the 2-to-1 before it turns down to mitigate that imbalance. But where the stop loss is in balance. Really, I would like to see the stop loss a little bit lower, but as per the rules, that's where the stop loss goes, because we've got a buy signal, green trend line, green volume, and the red wave meets the green wave there. That is closest to entry, so that's where the stop loss goes. So that's where my stop loss is. So hopefully we'll get a volume push to get our 2-to-1 before it turns around and mitigates that imbalance. I could turn back to MT4 and draw that up on MT4. Let me just share screens. Right, you should be seeing the MT4 now, and this is where we'll stay. This is where the action is. And if it does come down and get our 1%, so be it. And as soon as I said that, that's what it did. So, but we're still technically in a buy situation. We've lost 1%, and per the rules, we can take one more trade today. And if we win that trade, obviously we win a 2%, and we're 1% up for the day, which is good. So we can take a trade at any time of the day or within this hour. But because price is monkeying around a bit, I think I prefer to let things settle myself and come back later on in the day, because it is Monday morning and we are seeing lots of patchy sort of movement. And I would prefer to do my extra trade when things settle a bit, and so as I can have a more settled outcome. To me, this is like just a typical Monday morning, which happens more on a Monday. Don't get me wrong, it happens during the week as well, but it's more statistically happen on a Monday morning because of the lack of volume and all that. So as you can see, we are in a sell situation. So I'm going to switch my MT4 on, and straight away put my line on. My stop loss goes there where the trend line is, and now I am going to sell. So I'm in a sell situation now, and here is where my 2-to-1 is. So as you can see, we had a winner on the NT4. So let me explain. We got into the trade here. Stop loss goes where the trend line starts, and our 2-to-1 would have been there. And as you can see, we did in fact have a winner. So there's our another trade. Unfortunately, like you saw, we did lose the first trade. The first trade was a buy, and we would have got in about there. Stop loss would have been where the red wave met the green, and our 2 to 1 would have been there, that we nearly would have got to, but unfortunately, as you can see, it came down and took us out. But we had so we lost 1% on this trade, but we managed to get our we won 2% on this trade, so 1% off for the day, which for a Monday is pretty good. So thanks very much for your time, and speak to you soon.